Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. The Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program is a 30-minute radio intervention support program that is meant to provide continuous instruction to keep you academically engaged during this stay-at-home period, as well as preparing you, our 6th, 9th, and 12th graders for the pending Liberia Primary School Certificate Exam, Liberia Junior High School Certificate Exam, and West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Exam when the time comes. Also, in addition to this academic support, the program is meant to provide psychosocial support for learners, teachers, and parents, and also tips on how you as parents and teachers can provide support to your students and children at home. Now, let's join our teacher for today's lesson.
Hello students, we are teachers Che Kriboti K. Solomon
and Mr. Aaron T. Bala
of Rising Academies. This is the Rising Youth Movement Partnership for the Ministry of Education COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. Lesson number 19. Our lesson today is math for students of grade 3 to 4, and the topic is adding 3-digit numbers by regrouping in 2 places. For today's lesson, we will be able to add numbers by expanding each digit, solve 3-digit addition problems by regrouping and using different manipulative to represent each digit in addition problem. While we listen to these COVID-19 help tips, please take out your pencil, pen, copybooks, and get ready for today's lesson. Again, welcome. Let's learn.
What are the symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, shortness of breath. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problem, kidney failure, or death. If you have a fever or any kind of respiratory difficulty, such as coughing and shortness of breath, call your doctor.
Welcome back to Radio Math. I hope you are feeling good and ready to learn more about numbers. Today, we will be reading and writing numbers in different forms. Today, we do have 5 fun activities. Our first activity will be a mindful moment to get our brain settled and ready to learn. Our second activity will be a number warm-up to practice our counting skills. Our third activity will be a number workout to work on adding numbers with regrouping. Our fourth activity will be a brain break to rest and reset ourselves. Lastly, our fifth activity will be a challenge problem to apply what we have learned. For today's class, you need paper or pencil, your hundreds bundles, 10 sticks, and 1 scantots. If you don't have all these things, that's okay. You can still participate in our lesson today by drawing squares for hundreds, little sticks for tens, and dots for ones. Please gather the materials you need. You will also need to ask someone in your house to be your special partner today. Please ask them to get ready now. We will now join Teacher Abram for our next activity called Mindful Moment.
Great. Thank you, Teacher Kribo. It is time for our mindful movement to slow down, calm our minds, and to get ready to learn. Today, we will do a sound focus exercise. Are you ready? Great. First, I want you to sit up straight. Relax your shoulders and close your eyes. We are going to take 1 deep breath together to start. I want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do it together. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. Great job. I'm going to make a sound. I want you to listen to the sound as long as you can. Focus on the sound while you are breathing. When you cannot hear the sound any longer, I want you to slowly, gently open your eyes. Let's do this one more time. I want you to listen to the sound as long as you can. Focus on the sound while you breathe. When you cannot hear the sound any longer, I want you to slowly, gently open your eyes. Great! I hope you feel calmer and ready to learn. Let's begin our number warm-up. All right, everyone. Next, we are going to warm up our bodies and brains with an activity called Count and Move. Did you know that moving your body can help improve your memory? We are going to do a number of movements. And as we do, we will practice our math facts. Today, we are going to practice addition within 15. I will give you two numbers to add. And as you add, I want you to stretch up to the sky like you are reaching for the clouds. We will start with 6. Ready? Go. 6 plus 1.
7.
6 plus 2.
8.
6 plus 3.
9.
6 plus 4.
10.
6 plus 5.
11.
6 plus 6.
12.
6 plus 7.
13.
6 plus 8.
14.
And 6 plus 9.
15.
Great job. This time, we are going to add with 5s. I want you to do a squat each time you add. Ready? Go. 5 plus 1.
6.
5 plus 2.
7.
5 plus 3.
8.
5 plus 4.
9.
5 plus 5.
10.
5 plus 6.
11.
5 plus 7.
12.
5 plus 8.
13.
5 plus 9.
14.
5 plus 10.
15.
Excellent. Let's do the last one. This time, we will add with force. I want you to hop in place each time you add. Ready? Go. 4 plus 1.
5.
4 plus 2.
6.
4 plus 3.
7.
4 plus 4.
8.
4 plus 5.
9.
4 plus 6.
10.
4 plus 7.
11.
4 plus 8.
12.
4 plus 9.
13.
4 plus 10.
14.
4 plus 11.
15.
Wow. You are so strong with your body and your mind. If you work it out and practice, it will only get stronger. Let's move on to our number workout activity. Before we move on, let's listen to Teacher Kubu for a special message.
You are listening to the Ministry of Education COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. This is your lower basic primary math level 2 for grade 3 to 4, and we are your teachers. Great job warming up your brain. Okay, students, Let's quickly review something we learned in our last lesson. When adding numbers, what do we do when we end up with 10 or more in the ones, tens, or hundreds place? Listeners, I want you to share with your partner.
When we have 10 or more in a place, we regroup them. To regroup means that we bundle up 10 and exchange it for 1 in the next highest place.
Good. So, can you give me an example?
Oh, sure. If we add and get 12 ones, we bundle up 10 of them and make them into 110. Then we have 2 leftover ones.
Nice explanation. In our last lesson, we showed regrouping with pictures of squares, sticks, and dots. Today, we are going to show regrouping by adding numbers in a expanded form. Adding this way will help us build our understanding of place value.
Yes. To help us with place value, let's quickly draw a place value chart. Listeners, I want you to draw 3 columns. Great. Now, I want you to label the left column hundreds. Great job. Label the middle column tens. Excellent. And lastly, I want you to label the right columns ones. Perfect.
Thank you. Here we go. Listeners, I want you to write down the first problem. 149 plus 214. I say that again. 149 plus 214.
Okay. Now, the first thing to do is to represent both addings in the expanded form. That's the first thing to do. 149 becomes 100 plus 40 plus 9. Listeners, I want you to write down the number 100 in the hundreds place. Great job. Write down 40 in the tens place. Wow. And write 9 in the ones place. Now, underneath 100, let's write 200 in the hundreds place. Excellent. Then 10 under the 40 in the tens place. Great job. Lastly, write the 4 under the 9 in the ones place.
So today, instead of drawing pictures in each place, we are writing the values with numbers.
Exactly right. We can add, starting with our ones.
So, 9 plus 4 is 13. Let's write 13 in the ones place of our sum. Oh, it looks like we have to regroup.
Yes, we have to regroup. We need to break up that 13 into 10 and 3. Then move the 10 into the tens place where it belongs. Let's cross out the 13 in our sum and write 3 for the leftover ones. Now, let's write an extra 10 in the tens place.
Once again, we are breaking up that 13 into 10 and 3. Then, move the 10 into the tens place, where it belongs. Cross out the 13 in our sum and write 3 for the leftover ones. Now, let's write an extra 10 in the tens place. Now, we have a 3 in the ones place. Let's move to the tens place.
Okay, so 40 plus 10 plus the regroup 10 is 60. Now, to the hundreds place, 100 plus 200 equals 300.
Great. So 300 plus 60 plus 3 equals 363, which is our sum. Listeners, let's say the equation as a complete sentence. 149 plus 214 equals 363. Excellent. Let's try another one. I want you to write down this problem. 467 plus 482. I say that again. 467 plus 482. Now I want you to work with your partner to expand both items to get ready to add them. Okay, let's see what you got.
You should have expanded 467 into 400 plus 60 plus 7 and 482 becomes 400 plus 80 plus 2.
Nice work. Now, let's add starting from the ones.
Okay, so 7 plus 2 equals 9.
So, listeners, I want you to write 9 below in the ones place of your sum. So, 60 plus 80 equals what?
60 plus 80 will be equal to 140.
We have 14 tens in the tens place. If we bundle up 10 of them, we can regroup them into the hundreds place. Let's cross out that 140 and write 40 in the tens place. And also write an extra 100 in the hundreds place.
So that means 400 plus 400 plus the extra regroup 100 will be equal to what?
900. So our sum is 900 plus 40 plus 9, or 949.
Excellent. Now, let's say the equation as a complete sentence. 467 plus 482 equals 949. Again, let's say the equation as a complete sentence. 467 plus 482 equals 949.
Okay, let's try one more. Listeners, I want you to write down this problem. 588 plus 147. I say that again. 588 plus 147. First step, I want you to expand both items. Make sure you have each value in the correct place. Hundreds, tens, or ones.
Okay, so 588 expands to 500 plus 80 plus 8. To expand 147 will be 100 plus 40 plus 7.
Great. Listeners, with your partner, I want you to add to find the sum, starting with the ones place, showing regrouping if necessary. Let's add the ones. So, 8 plus 7 equals what?
8 plus 7 is equal to 15.
Did you remember to regroup, listeners? Can you show regrouping by crossing out the 15, leaving 5 in the ones place, and writing in an extra 10 in the tens place?
Yes, when we add in the tens place, we get 80 plus 40 plus the regroup 10 to get 130. We need to regroup 10 tens or 100 into the hundreds place. 30 stays in the tens place, while an extra 100 gets written in the hundreds place.
And that leaves 500 plus 100 plus the regroup 100 to get 600. Our sum is 635. Let's say the equation as a complete sentence. 588 plus 147 equals 635. Okay, students, we spent today adding 3-digit numbers with regrouping. Listeners, I want you to share something you have learned about adding.
I know that we can break up the addings into smaller parts to help us add. When we add using expanded form, it helps us understand the true value of each digit. For example, if we are adding 1 plus 5 in the hundreds place, we are really adding 100 plus 500.
Exactly right. Well done. We now join Teacher Aaron for our next activity called Challenge Problem.
Wow. Thank you, Teacher Kubo. Great job. Moving. Let's put our thinking caps back on for our challenge problem. I have a mystery number. Here's my first clue. I am an odd number. What does that mean? Again, I am an odd number. What does that mean?
That means that the number cannot be split equally into two groups. It has a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 in the ones place.
You are right. Now, here's my next clue. I am greater than 3 hundreds and 15 ones and less than 3 hundreds and 20 ones. What does that mean? Again, my next clue is I am greater than 3 hundreds and 15 ones and less than 3 hundreds and 20 ones. What does that mean?
That means it's greater than 315 and less than 320.
Nice thinking. You are right. Listen again. For the third clue, my digits add up to 13. What number am I? Again, my digits add up to 13. What number am I? Remember, this is a tricky one. Let me give you some time to think.
The number has to be 319. It's odd because 315 and 320 and the digit 3, 1, and 9 all add up to 13.
Wow, well done. Now, I want you to take that number and double it. This means you add the number twice. Write down 319 plus 319. Great job for writing that. Now, I want you to use your expanded form to help you solve this problem. All right, students. Who thinks they have an answer?
I can. Can I explain my process?
Oh, yes. Go for it.
Great. First, I am going to expand 319. 319 becomes 300 plus 10 plus 9. I am going to write 300 in the hundreds place, 10 in the tens place, and 9 in the ones column. Since we are adding 319 twice, we write 300 plus 10 plus 9. Again, in the correct places underneath. First, I begin by adding my ones. 9 plus 9 equals 18. We have to regroup, so we break up 18 into 10 and 8. Then, move the 10 into the tens place where it belongs. Let's cross out the 18 and write 8 for the leftover ones. Then, I wrote an extra 10 in the tens place. Next, I'd add the numbers in the tens place. So, 10 plus 10 is 20. Plus the extra 10 is 30. Finally, I added 300 plus 300, which is 600. Our final answer is 638. 319 plus 319 equals 638.
Wow. Great job explaining your answer. Now, we will join Teacher Kubo for the summary of our lesson.
Thank you, Teacher Aaron. Well, that's it for our lesson. Great work on adding with expanded form today. First, let's review the assignment from last section. The first problem was 456 plus 336. Who can tell me what the sum is?
Yes, I can. The sum is 792. In order to solve this problem, I drew my 100 squares, my 10 sticks, and my 1 dot. 456 is represented by 4 squares in the hundreds place, 5 sticks in the tens place, and 6 dots in the ones place. 336 is represented by 3 squares in the hundreds place, 3 sticks in the tens place, and 6 dots in the ones place. Then, I started by counting the ones. 6 ones plus 6 ones is 12 ones. I know I need to regroup 12. So, I turn 12 into 1 10 and 2 ones. 12 ones is the same as 1 10 and 2 ones. Therefore, I put 2 in the ones place and I added a stick to the tens place. Next, I looked at my tens place. I added 3 tens and 5 tens plus the one grouped 10. This gave me 9 tens. Finally, I added the hundreds. 4 hundreds plus 3 hundreds is 7 hundreds. This gave me the final answer as 792.
Excellent work. The second problem for last section assignment was 194 plus 252. Can you please share your answer?
Oh yes, I can. This time around, I used the same method that I explained for the first problem, and I got a sum of 446.
That's correct. Now, here are 2 problems to practice for next time. First, I want you to add 391 plus 482. Make sure you write it down. I say that again. I want you to write 391 plus 482. So for the second problem, I have a fun assignment for you. I want you to create your own addition problem and ask a friend to solve it. Once your friend has finished solving the problem, discuss the answer and how you solve it. Remember, discussing how we can solve problems and the strategies we use is such an important part of mathematics. I read that again. I have a fun assignment for you. I want you to create your own addition problem and ask a friend to solve it. Once your friend has finished solving the problem, discuss the answer and how you solve it. Remember, discussing how we solve problems and the strategy we use is such an important part of mathematics. Great work today. See you during the next section where we will work with more additions. Thank you for listening. Take out your pencil, pen, and write down the list of the following radio stations that will help you to listen to more of these lessons. Troop FM 96.1, ELBC 99.9, ELUM 98.7, Hot FM 107.9, Cool FM 91.9, Equas Radio 91.5, Kings FM 88.5, Freedom FM 87.9, OK FM 99.5, SETI FM 90.2. You can also follow us on community radio stations across the country. Ministry of Education Facebook page at Ministry of Education Liberia or on the Ministry of Education website www.moe-liberia.org.
Boys and girls, if you have any questions on today's lesson, you can kindly send them through this number 0555 670833. Again, if you have any questions on today's lesson, you can kindly send them through this number 0555 670833. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for that helpful reminder. Boys and girls, that is the end of our class today. We are so happy you were here with us. We hope to talk to you again soon. Goodbye from me, J. Kubo T.K. Solomon.
And goodbye from me, Mr. Aaron T. Bala.